So I met my friend April when we were both working in Carlisle in journalism for a really high salary of like $12.35 an hour. It was my first job, I think her first job too. And so we both worked terrible hours for low pay and bonded over that. But it wasn't until I had left that job and come down to York that I went back to meet her in New Cumberland, to drive up to Carlisle for a goodbye party for another coworker, that I had 3 beers, no dinner, and came back to her apartment that she had just moved into with her boyfriend of like 6 months, that I sat on her living room floor with her and her boyfriend in the same room and texted her, "I'm fine to drive, just I don't want to be weird because like you just moved in with your boyfriend, like I'm so sorry." And she was like, "Please go to bed in my guest room and we won't talk about this again." Except that we have talked about it endlessly. I met my friend Christine when she had moved to York for a job at the newspaper where I was working. And I said, "Hey, I know what it's like to move to a place where you really don't know anyone. So if you don't know anyone, let's go to dinner." And kind of started this friendship, this camaraderie where I would get off work, she would get off work, we'd come down to the Hound, every bartender knew our name, we would spend like 6 hours every Friday here. I met my friend Heather through a church gathering for creating a small group. And a little bit of a less memorable meeting, but ended up in the same small group with Heather. And it wasn't until Heather and I went through a Bible study together on forgiveness that I feel like wrecked me in terms of how I understood my family and how I related to them, that Heather and I became close. So I had this set of 3 great lady friends. And from about, 2011, 2012 to 2014, those were my people. Those were the people that I loved, the people that I relied on, the people that I told all of my stories and my stupid day-to-day things and my big, scary, don't tell anyone else things to. And then in 2014, they all moved away. So there's your loss part of it. I think Christine was first. She got a job up in Syracuse and had left. Heather got a teaching contract in Reading and had moved. And then April went down to DC. Her boyfriend had been transferred as an air traffic controller. And I had this moment, this feeling, this desperation, this loss of who was going to call for happy hour, or who was I going to call when I started maybe sort of, dating a new person, but I didn't know it was happening, and so I don't know who to tell. And I had this panicky moment that if they didn't live here, they wouldn't be here for me. Turns out I was wrong. And so the past 3-4 years now have been a rediscovery of what it means to have lady friends and what it means to have love in your life that's not tied to a geographic place, but tied to people who are there for your panicky calls as you're sitting on the bank of the Cadorus freaking out about your first date, or there for you when you're thinking about quitting a job that's all you've known for 4 years and moving on to something else. And so the discovery of love, of what it means to have friends who are there for you 100%, and that discovery of loss that feels traumatic at the time but evolves into something new, is what came to mind for me.